Hey there, welcome back. We are going to talk all about safety and usage. So I've touched on usage in several other videos. We're going to do safety first, and then we'll just kind of talk about usage in some of the same ways we have already. Safety with essential oils. First, let me mention this. There are two schools of thought in regards to essential oils and how to use them. The first is the British method. The British method of using oils. There are a lot of aromatherapists that are trained in this way of using oils, and it is only for aromatic use, only to be diffused in a room. You'll see their stuff on the internet, and they will say it's dangerous to consume oils, it's dangerous to use oils on your skin, and all of that. And they come from a different school of training. And that's the British method. We follow the French method, which is way more liberal about how we use oils. I will say this. If you're not using Young Living essential oils, you should be careful how you're using them. If you're using Young Living oils, you have the best oils in the world. You have the real thing. You have the pure form of the oil that God put in the plant. And so you can be way more liberal about how you use them. But let's just go over some of the safety. So let me say this to start off. First of all, what we're already doing in America to take care of ourselves is not safe. So if you look at modern medicine, 250 to 300,000 deaths per year, depending on which year you pick, over the last 20 years or so, deaths from iatrogenic causes. That means deaths from the medical field, hospitals, doctors, properly prescribed medications. 300,000 at its highest deaths per year from what we're already doing. That's a lot of deaths per year. Now, I think that if you were to translate that into any other field, say for instance you translated that into the airlines, and that many people died every day because of the airline industry, you have a plane crash and 500 or 600 people die from that plane crash every day, then before too long, how long would it take before those planes were grounded and somebody's yelling, oh my goodness, it's not safe to fly in America? But this happens every day with modern medicine, and either we aren't aware or we're aware and there's nothing we can do about it except to educate ourselves and utilize it just when we absolutely need to. So what we're already doing every day is kind of not very safe, right? Most of us would take ibuprofen or Motrin and we wouldn't think a thing about it, and we wouldn't realize that 3,000 people died last year from that drug alone, and that people get bleeding ulcers and kidney failure and all kinds of issues from a drug that we can go into any drugstore and buy over the counter, and we feel like it's safe and we're sure that none of those consequences would ever happen to us. So that's on a drug that we treat like candy that you could buy at Costco or Sam's in a giant gallon drum. So what we're already doing is not very safe. If you look at the pharmaceutical industry, if you look at the food industry, what we're eating, what we're putting on our bodies and in our bodies all day long, every day, is not safe for us. So when you compare that then to using essential oils, this is why, it kind of makes me laugh, because I'll have somebody come to one of my classes and you can tell by their personality that they're super cautious. Well, I just need to do some more research and I'm not sure about this. I've read some negative things about oils and I really need to, but at the same time, that person is eating food filled with toxin, taking medication that's known in many cases to be harmful, using toxic products. We got to do our research when it comes to oils, and I appreciate that, but what about the research we should already be doing about all the stuff we're already using that's harming us? So I want to start by saying what we're already doing isn't safe. So if we can make any progress, that's awesome. So you look at deaths per year from modern medicine, about 250,000 to 300,000, depending on which year you pick. JAMA, the Journal of the American Medical Association, published an article in the year 2000 outlining just how many deaths came from modern medicine. Back then, it was the third leading cause of death in America. The third leading cause of death is our own health care. So what we're already doing isn't safe in many cases. So 300,000 deaths per year. And I don't know if you want to guess how many people died last year from essential oils, but that number would be exactly 0. So when it comes to safety, I just want to completely reassure you, what you're probably already doing isn't that safe for you. And if you can choose something that has a 0 death rate in America with all these amazing positive benefits, you should. And you're also, with those oils, going to be able to counteract a lot of the harmful stuff that you're already exposing your body to. So when you think of it that way, maybe we could just end the talk there, because really it doesn't even compare to what we're already doing. Essential oils are safe. Essential oils caused 0 deaths last year worldwide, and prescription drugs just in America and doctor error, hospital error caused 300,000 deaths. So those numbers don't even compare. The other thing that I want to caution you about is when you start using oils, you'll go online and you'll read scary stuff. People like to completely discount oil companies, especially the aromatherapists that have been trained in aromatherapy and don't believe that you should be using oils in any other way other than how they say and under their direction. So when you go online and you read scary things, I want you to think of a couple things. First of all, is the person who I'm reading this article from making money from what they're saying? And almost in all cases, the ones that I've checked out personally that say, lemon oil will burn your esophagus or whatever. They have these sort of the way they title the article to scare you to death. If you click to that, and you really investigate, they're probably trying to sell you an ebook or trying to sell you their oil or trying to sell you their training. They're trying to sell you something as well. So just be cautious. Just realize what you're dealing with. And remember the big picture. The big picture is what we're already doing is hurting us. Essential oils don't. So if you think of the big picture, just remember that. As far as things people will say, like, oh, this oil is so powerful, it will burn your esophagus. Well, here's what I can tell you. I have been using essential oils internally for 2.5 years, and they've done nothing but support my digestion and help me. If you take a very powerful essential oil and you put a drop of it on a piece of styrofoam, and side by side you put a drop of it on a strawberry, on that natural thing, that strawberry, it won't do anything. It won't eat through the strawberry. But on that styrofoam, within a few minutes, it will totally dissolve the styrofoam, because essential oils are powerful at removing toxin from your body and from anywhere. So you put that oil, that lemon oil, try it for yourself. Try some, you have to use our lemon oil. Our lemon oil is very powerful. Put a drop on that styrofoam, put a drop on a strawberry, and you have your own research right there. So you watch that styrofoam disintegrate into a big puddle. You watch that strawberry just lay there like nothing happened. So in your body, those essential oils are smart. If you get Pure Young Living oils, those oils are smart. They know what's toxin and what's not. They have the intelligence of a creator. So you know, prescription drugs don't know the difference in that, so they often harm tissue that doesn't need their presence. They often harm things they shouldn't, which is why you get a death rate of 250,000 to 300,000 people a year, and why the death rate from oils is 0. So big picture, essential oils are amazingly safe. Think of them, again, like fruits and vegetables. So can you drink too much water? Can you eat too many apples? Probably. You'd have to try really hard. Is there possibly a way you could use so much oil that you could do some kind of harm to your body? It's possible, although I don't think you could afford to buy enough to hurt yourself. And again, 0 deaths last year in the U.S. or worldwide actually, from essential oils. So please understand, these are incredibly safe. They are incredibly powerful. So figure out, use them often, and figure out how your body responds. Can you have any adverse reactions to oils? Yes, you can have rashes, you can get headaches, you can have some adverse reactions, because what they're doing is pulling a bunch of toxin out of your body, which you don't want there and don't need there. So sometimes people can have adverse reactions, and I would advise you, if you get issues like that, drink lots of water, take lots of Epsom salt bath, back off on the oil that you're using on your skin, just diffuse it for a while, and then try again. The oils are incredibly safe, incredibly well tolerated. They will do amazing things in your body to balance your body's systems. So please don't buy into the hype that oils are so dangerous, or you need to be careful, you're going to hurt yourself with oils. You're already hurting yourself with what you're doing, with what we all do every day living in our modern world. And essential oils are actually going to come behind and sort of undo some of the damage that we've done. So think of them like that. As far as proper usage, here's what I will say. This is what I teach in my classes. You can do 3 things wrong with oils. Do not put oils near your eye. So if you're using oils on your face, get them away from your eye, or up on your forehead if you're using them. Do it right up here. Don't get them near your eye. If you do, you don't want to flush with water. You want to use some kind of oil, olive oil, coconut oil, rice milk, some kind of neutralizing substance, but not water. The next thing is, do not put oils in your ear canal. If you're trying to support your ears, you want to just put the oil on the bones behind your ears, on your neck. There's all different places that you can put them on your skin, but don't put them in your ear canal. And for heaven's sakes, don't do what I did and leave your oils in the box. They are powerful, but they have a hard time getting through those glass bottles and that cardboard box in order to help you. So don't leave them in the box. Put them in your purse, put them in a bag, take them with you, use them frequently, use them like food, like fruits and vegetables, to flood your body with what it needs to take care of itself and begin healing itself. Your body was perfectly designed by God to function perfectly, and we screw that up all the time with what we eat and all the exercise we don't get and all the stress in our life and all those nights we don't sleep. We continually mess it up, and we need to flood our body with things that it needs to help it heal and balance itself. So, essential oils are incredibly safe. You are not going to hurt yourself with them. If you have had an adverse reaction to oils, I would consider a couple things. You're probably using a brand that's not pure. You could be using an oil in an area where your skin is a little more sensitive. You want to back off from that area. Try it somewhere else. Try diffusing it. There's a couple of things that can happen to cause you to have reactions. Also, do not expect the same results from oils as your friends. Oils are adaptogenic. They work in your body a little bit different than they work in everybody else's body. They're amazing. They have so many molecules. They're very complex. So if you tried an oil for something and it didn't work, then you need to try something else. Also, keep in mind that all the things we're doing every day, what we're filling our body with food, and the stress that we're under, and the sleep, all those things are really important. You're not going to use one oil and undo all of the damage that we've been doing all day with what we're already putting our body through. So I hope that makes sense. Also, let me mention carrier oils. Carrier oils are awesome, especially in kids and older people, and when you first start using oils. So carrier oils are nut oils, oils like olive oil, almond oil, coconut oil, any other kind of nut oil. You can use those with essential oils to sort of give them a bit of a dilution factor. So if you're new to oils, if you're really using it on a really young one, if you're using it on an older person or somebody with sensitive skin, you just want to use some carrier oil in your palm and then maybe 1 drop of oil. Rub that together so you're basically diluting that oil. I myself don't dilute oils very much now, mostly because of laziness. I just like to use them and rub them right on, or put them in my water, or put them in a capsule and take them during the day. So, you know, you just have to figure out for yourself how you use them. I am going to do a video at the end of the week on how I actually use oils every day. So I'm going to get all my stuff in here and show you how I use it and kind of explain why I use it. So if you're still confused on, well, I just don't know what to do, we're going to do an oil at the end of the week on just a sort of a day in the life of someone who uses oils. So that's coming up. And just don't be afraid of your oils, and don't buy into all of the clickbait online that you read. Honestly, this is a field where, although there is a lot of research, there are a lot of medical journals that you can read where oils are being studied for their health benefits. This is also an area that's fairly new, and you're going to have to figure some of this out for yourself. You're going to have to try something. If that doesn't give you the results you want, you try something else. You're going to have to trust yourself. You're going to have to realize that you are your best advocate, and you're going to have to trust yourself and take responsibility for your health back into your own hands. Do your research, keep learning, and keep using the oils. Honestly, the oils are the best teacher. If you want to know how to use oils, start using oils and they'll teach you the ways that they work for you. So, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you soon.